Hey! What's up, internet? What's up, awesome peeps? It's me, I'm back, it's Rich. Alright, so I'll be talking about days 13, 14, and 15. Let's do this! Okay, so day 13, I watch The Shining. The Shining. Ooh. Okay, so The Shining, day 13, that's the movie I watched. And this is actually the very first time I've watched it. So yes, this is actually the first time I've watched the whole movie continuously. I've seen the movie, in parts, for the most parts, but not in one continuous viewing. So The Shining, Stephen King novel, definitely one of the popular ones, and probably one of his best works too, in my opinion. And it was adapted by Stanley Kubrick, who is awesome, and I personally love 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's one of my favorites from him. But this movie is such a classic horror movie that, if you're a horror aficionado, you definitely have to check this out. And I'm not really actually a horror movie buff, but it wasn't until as I got older, because back then, I was a little scaredy cat. Yeah, so back then, I didn't really like watching horror movies. I didn't want to have nightmares because I was a kid. Yeah, no bueno. I didn't like that at all. So it wasn't even until, high school that I actually started, like late high school, and even, actually, if anything, early college, I actually started, kind of liking a lot more horror movies. I could actually just watch it and be like, oh, it's a movie. But back then, just never really watched any horror movies, but definitely got into it a lot more as I got older. A little special shout out to Gerardo Navarro, one of my close buddies. He's the one who actually got me into watching horror movies, so what's up, bro? Anyways, Shining, definitely freaking amazing. Awesome movie. Again, like I said, check it out if you're curious about, this movie. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but this movie is fantastic. Again, I'm not really a horror dude, so for me, watching this movie, definitely one of the classics. One of the classics. You can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong! And yes, definitely I recommend watching The Shining. Side note, I actually appreciated The Shining a lot more, when I watch a specific room, if you know what I'm talking about. If you watch The Shining, you didn't really truly get it. There's a documentary that I actually I watched later on. So there's a documentary about The Shining, and watching that actually made me appreciate the movie more. And definitely watching that documentary gave me a lot more perspective on the actual movie itself, and also I appreciated the movie a lot more. There's just so many things in that movie that, you need to watch it again. You need to rewatch. So I'll definitely going to rewatch it again, keeping what I've learned from the documentary. And, I might even take something out of it, something new out of it. So yes, watch The Shining. Go now. I think it's still on Netflix. Anyways, let's get on with this. Day 14, let's go. Alright, so day 14, I watched San Andreas. San Andreas. Ah! Yes, it was a destruction movie that came out last year, starring The Rock, and with Alexandra Daddario and Carla Gugino. But yeah, so starring The Rock, San Andreas. I'm not gonna lie, these are the type of movies that you just turn off your brains and you just go there and just have fun. You don't worry about the logic and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, that makes sense too. It makes the movie a lot more plausible and maybe even a lot more realistic. But this movie is just one of those destruction movies, like 2012, or Armageddon, or frickin' what's that? Or Day After Tomorrow. So it's one of those movies. It's pretty ridiculous in some points. I mean, there's one part. It's in the trailer. There's one part where The Rock and Carla, they were in the speedboat and they were trying to get over the tsunami, and oh my gosh, man. But anyways, this movie, I thought, personally, again, like I said, it's one of those movies where you just turn off your brains and just have fun. It's a fun movie. It's a fun ride. It was pretty cool. A little scared that the San Andreas Fault is actually in LA, and I'm here in LA, so I'm here in LA. Not good. But yeah, overall though, I thought this movie was, it was fun. It was a fun movie for me to watch. Not a fun movie for me to work on, since I did work on this movie as far as, converting into 3D, so. Yeah, anyways, overall though, movie was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. Again, I mean, come on, The Rock, freaking tsunami, over. It was pretty cool. Ridiculous, but cool. Alright, so finally, last day, day 15. Okay, not the last day, but the last day I'll be talking about in this video. So day 15, I watch Jurassic World. Jurassic World. So yeah, Jurassic World, another movie that I actually worked on. Alright, so this movie, I actually really like this movie. Now, I will say though, it didn't really capture what the first one had. Jurassic Park, it didn't capture that feel again, but I think if anything it did bring back, it brought back that franchise. I thought it was a good movie. But I think nowadays it's just hard to capture the classic, and overall, I mean, come on, it made bunch loads of money. Bunch loads! And to be honest with you, it's a pretty cool concept. DNA splicing and making all these stuff, making this hybrid dinosaur. I mean, it was, it was cool. Pretty crazy, but cool. But yeah, I mean, it was a big movie, another fun movie, but for me, it just didn't really capture what Jurassic Park did. The classic. It's the classic. Just like The Shining. But yeah, overall, Jurassic Park, good movie. I enjoyed myself. And yeah, it was cool. Dinosaurs are back. Yeah. That is it. Day 13, 14, 15, recap, 13, The Shining, 14, San Andreas, and 15, Jurassic World. And that is it, guys. Again, thank you for watching. And if you like this, like, subscribe, and share. This is Rich, and I'm out. Peace!